Hey guys, just want to do a little rant review on the Zuiho, because this thing has been on sale like 8 times in the past year. I swear to God, this thing's gotten like a 20%, 30% sale like every 2 updates, and it's just, man, like I see a lot of like really, really bad Zuiho players out there, and like, oh man, is this thing overpowered? Where to start? Okay, so first off, we have around, like, full build, we have around, like, a 20,000 torp hitting alpha, like, real torp hitting alpha, like, after torp protection. Um, and that's, like, the highest in the game per plane. Like, no joke, tier for tier, there is no harder hitting torp squadron than the Zuiho. And what Wargaming has effectively done is just power crept the absolute mess out of Ryujo and Serov. Um, Serov, for one, has straight up just less damage per squadron than Zuho for Torps. Okay, first off, they have ridiculous alpha per squadron. You are able to, like I just did on that poor battleship right there. I'm pretty sure it was like a tier 4 battleship, but you can literally 2-tap battleships at this tier. Like, this is just straight up, if you didn't play week 1 Hukuryu after the rework, this is your chance to play it. Like, literally just hop in Zuiho, and you have essentially week 1 hack. Ryujo could never. Ryujo has an absolute football field of torpedo dispersion, and this thing just gets absolute beams every single, like almost every single time. Like even on the battle and battleship that I just dropped there, you're guaranteed a torp, and it's gonna be a flood because this thing just has ridiculous alpha, and the flooding chances are just so high. So I go for the drop on the carrier here, and let's see if I show it again. But yeah, okay. So that's half his HP, damage gone down. Off of just 2 torps, bro. Like 2 torps. Definitely needed like 16 buffs. Wargaming, thank you for doing that. When does Ryuju ever do that? In what world does Ryuju ever do that? In what world does Serov ever do that? It does a flood on a battleship and then goes and then half HP's the carrier. Serov could never. Ranger could never. Ryuju could never. It needed the premium to do it. Yeah. And then we switched to the bombs, and if you guys didn't know, before the rework even happened, Zuiho's quote-unquote gimmick, okay, first off, Zuiho was like just straight up the worst carry in the game, like after Graf Zeppelin, before the rework. But the gimmick for it was, essentially, it was just, it was Ryujo, but slower on planes, and the bombs did a bit more damage. And then they, like, buffed it twice after the rework. Like, they buffed the bombs, like, they're just twice as good as they were before rework. These are like the, I want to say, like, third most accurate dive bombers, because number 1 is Independence. Like, nope, not even close. Like, that thing is the most accurate. Second is either Arc Royal or Ranger. I feel like those two could, like, honestly, like, probably just coincide in second. They're just so accurate. But number 3 is absolutely Zuho. This bomb reticle is just like, they gave the thing 2 goated squads. They gave, like, you could legit switch this thing and Haku, like, give this thing more plane HP, put it in L tier, and you probably would get more damage. Haku is just like, this is Haku. This is just straight up. This is what Haku should have been. A 3-plane torpedo squadron that did, like, high damage. Maybe not, like, this ridiculous damage, like, literally 2-tapping battleships type of damage. But, I don't know, like a 24k per, like, squadron? Like, just this, but a bit better against, like, because you actually, like, dude, what the fuck was that? Like, what? Like, a tier 5 battleship, a fucking tier 5 carrier is doing this. When does Haku ever do that to, like, I don't know, a Loria? Or a GK? It doesn't. It just doesn't. But this thing is tier 5, by the way. Thank you, Wargaming. Buff it again. There goes Zuiho. There goes Ryujo. The thing literally died in 2 strikes. I hit the thing once with, like, 2 torps. And then again, I think with 1 or 2. And then the last one, it just needed 2. Okay, why would you ever play Seraph over this thing? The thing, like, Seraph's, oh, bro, rip Seraph. Oh my god, they actually crucified that thing. Um, Going on a side tangent here, dude, Seraph got absolutely. So if you guys weren't paying attention to the patch notes, most tier 6 BBs, I think, like BBs, not the battle cruisers, they received a 20, like literally a 1mm armor buff to 26, and Serov has 25 mil pen skip bombers, so yeah, okay, why are we playing Serov in the ginormous year that is 2026? Anyways, there goes a shit ton of damage off that Fuso. Engine is down in a flood because these torps are incredibly balanced. By the way, we are using the glorious commander that is AO Shokaku to buff both the bombs and the torp plane speeds. And you're just on these smaller maps. Is this thing faster than Haku? Genuine question for the guys in the back, because like these maps are just like straight up 20% smaller, right? Because like Haku would have to go like A10, maybe strike someone in J10 up there, but like this thing literally just camps in the middle of the map, and it's oh my god, one of the buffs this thing received was 10 knots to both squadrons. Did it need this? Did it need this? Probably not. That just goes to show like how bad the player base is with carriers. Yeah, this thing has 170-ish knots is what I was traveling at there. And yeah, there goes. Yeah, welcome to Tier 5 New York. Yeah, GG's, bro. Thanks for playing World of Warships Legends. Yeah, this thing goes 170 knots. Next to like no reaction time for like these lower tier battleships. Like they have no chance. And then on top of that, the glorious, oh my god, the glorious devs decided to give this thing 6.3 kilometer plane detection once you have your build fully maxed out. And by the way, this game, these are, I'm gonna showcase 2 games here. They're both back to back, but this was literally like 2K off the damage record. And this was like my first game on. Keep in mind, I did record this game like 2 months ago. I've been meaning to make this like rant video about this thing 2 months ago, but I just never had time. So yeah, 226 easy. And then we're gonna move into this next game, which it's again back-to-back games, but this one is less damage, but I do get to fight a California, and I get to drop a destroyer, which I don't think I had a destroyer to attack last game. So yeah, we're just baiting the fighters here. By the way, you can bait Russian fighters really easily. You just need to get 1 second of that attraction time on the catapult fighters, and then drop your own, and then you can just instantly just bring them up and then attack with your own. And again, since fighters basically trade 1-to-1, now it's 3 versus 2, and yeah, the only reason he wins that is because he brings his fighters closer to his friendlies and they shot those down. But yeah, so what hard counters does this thing have? California, not really. The bomb reticle is almost perfect for dropping Californias on both torps and bombs. Okay, and we're going to drop. This was Ryujo's primary role before the rework, doing that. But it's just been so heavily nerfed that Ryujo just never does that ever. I don't even think Haku does that. Shokaku might, but Haku probably doesn't. Especially with how maneuverable the cruisers at LT are. Yeah, this is just like a better Haku. Like, go again from the strike, because again, they buffed the plane speed and plane HP, and we've just... Did that guy have fun playing this video game? I don't think so. And then we're gonna go for the Warspite again. 173 knots. Yeah. I don't remember if he accelerates here. I think I whiffed this first one. I don't think I whiffed the second one. So yeah, we're probably gonna whiff this first one. Now we're still gonna connect 2 for 13k. Bro, that's like a heal. That's like a heal and a half for a Warspite. And then we go for the second drop. I think we connect all 3 here. And dude, holy shit. Holy shit. When does Haku ever do that? When does Shokaku do that? When does Ryuju do that? When does the tier 3 do that? They just don't. They really just don't. This is so consistent. It's so easy to play once you've mastered it. It's not fun to fight. It's just not fun to fight. And then they go on, and then after the rework, they go ahead and buff the dive bombers too, because having one good squad wasn't enough. They had to give it two. And while these might not be the most, like, the hardest hitting bombs, they're definitely, like, fourth most accurate. Because Independence is number one, Ranger, and then Arc Royal, and then Zuiho right after. Yeah, and they drop 4 bombs on a fair... Look at this reticle. Like, it just perfectly fits this T61. It just does. I drop him for 4k, basically 4k after the fire, right? He can't damage con that, because he damage con my earlier, incapacitation with the bombs, because splash damage is the thing. And this guy is just never gonna have enough DPS. There is no destroyer at tier 5 that has enough DPS to kill Zuiho, dive bomber squadron before they get 3 strikes off. That's okay. So what have we done? Like 7k to this guy so far. This guy's spotted by my team now, but they take like 1 shot at it. They get like 2k off, and like you get 10 seconds to drop. You get 10 seconds to drop. 7-kilometer concealment. They're somewhat fast, and the reticle is tiny. And yeah, we just nuke it. We've nuked that guy. That's like one of the best destroyers at tier 5, and he just got shut down like that. This thing has no weakness. This thing's weakness is fighting a Florida. Cause the thing can actually move, unlike Cali. Like, the fact that I have to present tier 6 ships to counter this thing. Like, this thing gets... What does this thing get hard countered at by a tier 5? Nothing. Right? California is a perfect target. What's after that? Nothing. Literally nothing. Like, you can just free roam the map, basically. Look at where I'm at. Like, I'm not even in a too aggressive position, and I just get to this battleship so fast because they buffed the speed. And look, I'm still my first plane that's getting attacked is still at stage 1. Boom, goes into stage 2. Finally goes into stage 2 while we nuke that Congo. Okay, stage 2. Stage 2 now for the 5th plane. Dies, and I still get the drop off on Serov. And then we just like crush him for like all his HP. Like, dude. Oh my god, this isn't the most toxic tier 5 CV, but it's like, it's up there. Is this thing... No. I want to do one, like, more of these rant reviews for Independence and Arc Royal, because like those are like probably the 2 better CVs than this. Like, I'd say Ranger's the only tech tree CV that can compete against the premiums in tier 5. But okay, so here's the hard counter. Boom. 3 torps, we get a flood and his rudder, so he has to damage con that. And because of the plane HP buff and the plane speed buff, we connect 2 more. Okay, so this guy's eating 5 torps, and my regen rate allows me to get another full strike off. We have 1 plane to body block. Again, remember, 6-3 concealment, 173 not planes. His AA doesn't... This guy is running AA mod 1. His AA doesn't open up until 5.5 or 5.6. Permaflood. Permaflood 10k off of 2 torps. Ryojo doesn't do that ever. Serov might do that, but you have to connect all of them, and you're slower. And the red team sees them from a mile away because they're Russian planes. They're spotted from a billion miles away. And then, okay, so flak comes out. He damages 1 plane with flak. Okay. And look at this reticle. This reticle is perfect for California. If it's perfect for California, no other battleship at tier 5 stands a chance. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. This thing connects bombs so frequently. It connects them fast, accurately, and then the torps come in, and then they do like, against the California, because it actually does have some torp protection, it does like 6k a pop, and they have a high flood chance. Hit him again. Okay. Didn't do the most damage, but we connected all 4. And this guy's basically one shot. Like, this guy started that fight, I'm pretty sure, at like 80% HP, maybe full. And what was that, like 4 strikes? He's already down to like nothing. And this is California. This is as hard as a target as you can get at tier 5. So you get the best Japanese carrier in the game at tier 5 with like crazy torps, pretty good bombs, and it's on sale like half the time, so if you want to grab it, it's probably going to get on, it's probably going to be on sale like in the next 2 months because it almost always is.